Yeah. So with regard to the timeline, I actually was at UTSA, and it's in the middle of the transfer portal window, and we were in the middle of an official visit, and I received a phone call from Lindsay asking if I would have interest in the position. And I did a Zoom the following Sunday evening, and I was on campus by Wednesday. And took the job by Friday. So it was very quick. I know it was really important for UNO to move quickly, and I was happy to oblige by that timeline and excited to be here. But it was fast. It was fast.
I know you mentioned it earlier, but successful assistant coach definitely has
It's a great question. I alluded to this in the press conference, but Dr. Lee and Adrian, I think I align with their philosophy, their passion, and everything that comes with their leadership. So I was comfortable with that. I was inspired by it. Also, just the winning nature of the athletic department. They're obviously doing something right here, and I want to be a part of that. I want to try to help create history with the women's basketball program, and that part was really appealing to me. I want to be around winners, and winners are here. City of Omaha. I think the city of Omaha is fantastic city. It's right in the middle of women's basketball mecca at the moment, with all the Caitlin Clark, and it's located in a region where you can recruit some really good talent from Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, Minnesota, Colorado, some of those ties. So that is really appealing, and it felt right. I'm excited to be here, and it felt like it was time to make the move. And again, I'm super excited. Yeah.
volleyball, like women's sports is definitely an area that's super excited.
Absolutely.
How much was that a factor in just how attractive the job is?
I actually remember where I was last year when it came out on social media when Nebraska sold out the volleyball sold out the football stadium, and I just, and I've watched Iowa grow with Caitlin Clark. I actually recruited Caitlin when I was at the University of Texas when she was in high school, and I've been familiar with the region just growing up in Denver, but women's basketball is in a great position. Being a former player, I'm proud of where the game is, and it's exciting. It's a great time to be in the game, and I think this region in particular loves women's sports: volleyball, basketball. You see it in soccer, softball. So again, it's a great fit, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Yeah. Well, developing a roster quickly will be important, but long term, in building a roster, I love having a great point guard. I'm biased. I was one. But I love having a great point guard that's a leader, kind of the center of the team. And then, from there, I think it's a matter of needs. I want to be able to shoot the basketball well. I want to be able to defend. I want to be able to get up and down the floor, really run, really rebound. And that will come from different positions at different times. But, I'm looking to win the league, win the conference. And so I got to build to do that. And that's the long-term goal.
You've been on the job for about a week now. I guess how's you structured up the roster kind of going?
Yeah, the timing of it is all interesting. It became public on Sunday, and Monday we went into a recruiting shutdown by rule. And so today will be a big day. So I've spent the last week really looking through, obviously, the transfer portal, thinking through some international connections, some JUCO connections, and some of those things to be able to develop a roster while also trying to build a staff. So it's been a busy week, but it's been productive. But we're just now coming out of the shutdown today, so we'll get to work on that roster right now. Yep, been doing it before the press conference, actually. Yeah. Hard-nosed, tough. If we're going to go up to South Dakota and win in South Dakota, we're going to have to be pretty tough. I love competitors. I love winners because it takes something different, and once you win, you understand it. And I love kids that are passionate about basketball and want to live in the gym and want to compete for each other and want to compete for the university and are fearless. And those are the type of kids I'm looking for. That's an interesting question. It means a lot because I feel like I'm meant to be here. But I didn't necessarily set out thinking that I had to be a Division I head coach for my career to have been successful. Again, I coach because I want to make an impact on young people. And I've been in a situation where I've been able to coach and be impactful where I was. So I wasn't missing that piece, if that makes sense. But I've always kept my eye open. I've looked at different opportunities. They didn't feel right, so I didn't take them. But this one has felt right. And so it feels like the next natural progression in my career, and I could not be more excited about it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Any other questions? I'm going to meet you all real quick before we leave. I'm Jamie.